I know that the mainframe is a vital part of your business and will continue to be an important strategic asset for you as you continue to grow. As with any strategic asset, you want to get the best possible return on your investment. And the purpose of our discussion today is to increase your understanding of the mainframe, how to best leverage its strengths, and exploit opportunities to improve your ROI. Now, you may already have a general idea of what a mainframe is and what it does. But there are several misconceptions about the mainframe that should have no place in today's IT planning. Learning the truth about a mainframe and how it is uniquely suited for certain workloads can be the key to harnessing its full power and potential for your organization. So what is a mainframe? Quite simply, it's a computer system that can process enormous amount of data, literally billions of calculations, quickly, reliably, and securely. Because of these strengths, many large organizations rely on a mainframe to run their most critical processes and protect their most sensitive data. Mainframes are used by organizations with vast and highly sensitive information processing requirements, including major retailers and institutions like banks, insurance companies, and credit card companies that literally run our economy. They continue to use a mainframe precisely because it works and they can modernize on it. Organizations are constantly trying to adapt to ever-changing business needs and economic climates. Many success stories involve the mainframe as a hero. This is because nothing can help an organization take on sudden dramatic scale and complexity with the speed, reliability, and security of a mainframe. As an example, when COVID-19 hit and people stopped going out to stores, a large credit card company recognized the increased risk of fraud from the sudden surge of online transactions. This company made a critical and immediate operational change to require the CVV code for all transactions as a layer of additional security. They modernized their mainframe application rapidly to adapt to this sudden change in the world. Mainframe systems of this size often handle 100,000 security calls every second. Nevertheless, the transition was seamless. So the reality is, it would be hard for you to go through any single day without interacting with a mainframe. For example, banking online, using an ATM, getting a prescription filled. These activities typically run on a mainframe. Buying new clothes, going out to lunch, a mainframe will probably process your credit card transaction. Have you processed a healthcare claim, conducted a stock trade, or looked at your 401k recently? For all these actions, you demand security, privacy, and timely responses. That is mainframe. I find it interesting that there are so many misconceptions about the mainframe. Maybe old ideas die hard, but businesses don't run on old ideas, at least not those that succeed. In that spirit, we'll reveal some common misunderstandings about the mainframe. Then we'll take a look at how organizations strive and innovate on the mainframe, which is why the world continues to rely on them every day.
What an excellent summary from Hock on what the mainframe is and the value it provides to organizations around the globe. Thanks, Hock. I'm Greg Lotko, SVP and General Manager of Broadcom's Mainframe Software Division, and I'm excited you're tuning in to get a pulse on the real value the mainframe provides. We all heard Hock say it a moment ago. The mainframe today is often misunderstood. Some even think, wrongly, that it's dead. The reality is it's a critical part of many enterprises across the world and pervasive through the global economy. How pervasive? 96 of the top 100 global banks use mainframe. So do 9 of the 10 largest insurance companies and 90% of all global credit card transactions. In fact, 70% of Fortune 500 businesses use mainframe, meaning you're going to find the platform in industries throughout the economy. Retail, travel, telecom, manufacturing, banking, automotive, insurance, government, and on and on and on. It's everywhere. Now, I know some of you are going to be thinking, here we go. He's going to try to convince us the mainframe is the right platform for everything. Let me be perfectly clear. It's not. There are certain workloads that have been migrated off the platform over the years because there were better choices. And there will be apps built tomorrow that'll deploy to some other platform because that'll be the right choice for them as well. But the mainframe, in terms of performance and economics, is hands down the best choice for certain other workloads. And those workloads run the very fabric of our society. As Hock said, it would be hard for you to go through any single day without interacting with a mainframe. We'll look at unique capabilities of the mainframe and examine more closely when and how it can deliver the greatest value. But make no mistake, bottom line, the mainframe is alive and thriving. Now let's look at one of the largest banks in Brazil, Bradesco. They've stayed committed to innovation and have had constant progress for decades. That's how they became such a large player in Brazil's economy and maintained their leadership in the market. By leveraging the agility, resiliency, and security of the mainframe, Bradesco has consistently succeeded in delivering new products and services to their customers faster. Bradesco has been awarded the title of Most Innovative Bank in the World by IT Media. Truth is, they've been earning that status for years, pioneering the implementation of lots of new advances along the way on mainframe and on other technologies. 60 years ago, Bradesco was the first bank in Brazil to buy a computer. Later, they were the first in Brazil to launch a credit card, ATMs, and online exchanges. In the early 80s, Bradesco launched the first home banking service in Brazil. Then, like today, they ran it on a mainframe. They know that the mainframe's capabilities are always increasing and improving, and they've leveraged the platform over and over again to keep them ahead of the curve as one of the leaders for their country's economy. It's all about speed and scale. These are two critical qualities every business considers when determining which platform they'll run their business critical apps on. So let's talk about speed and scale. Take Google. Google handles 81,000 searches per second. That's a lot, but it's a drop in the bucket compared to the mainframe. Just one mainframe transaction manager, CICS, handles 1.2 million transactions a second. That's 14 times more transactions than Google searches. Let's take it to the next level. The latest mainframe can process up to 1 trillion web transactions daily on a single box. With the explosion of data endpoints and transactions, it's imperative that the infrastructure be able to run with speed and at scale. This is one of the key reasons that about 2/3 of all mainframe customers in the world are growing their capacity by as much as 25% to handle the annual growth in transactions. Mainframes are growing in demand today for a very simple reason. They work incredibly well for specific workloads. Other platforms simply can't match their qualities of service, scale, resiliency, availability, and security. Now, early on in this conversation, I acknowledge that mainframe won't be the right platform for every workload, and that some work should be migrated off because there are better choices for those workloads. Originally, all workloads were on the mainframe because it was all you had. Then, as new platforms came along, folks naturally began to think that because those platforms were newer than the mainframe, they must also be inherently better. But that's not the case either. You're always going to be best served by using the best tool for the job, or in this case, the best platform. We say that the best way to predict the future is to create it. To do that, you should focus on the state you want to be in with your digital transformation and with your business, not on the particular technology you may think you want to be on. You don't grab a wrench to drive in a nail. And if you're looking at a workload that's chatty and does a lot of I/O or has high throughput, or if you need mission critical level security, then the mainframe today is absolutely the best platform for those workloads. I couldn't be more thrilled that you're investing your time to learn about the mainframe. And there's more opportunity to gain even greater understanding. This is just one video of our Mainframe Insights program that will help you further your knowledge of the mainframe and how it can help your business. Continue to carve out less than 15 minutes a month to learn about this wonderful platform that does so much heavy lifting for your organization and the world. We're here to help you every step of the way as you drive more ROI out of your mainframe investment. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next Mainframe Insights video.